How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Twigger here with another high ELO commentary, this time featuring a bit of a matchup of the lane partners, Wildturtle versus X-Special. But as we can see, Wildturtle on the purple team being a little bit outside of his role, playing jungle Lee Sin, and he's facing off against X-Special, who's playing a very comfortable champion, Leona support for him. So going to be a very interesting game to watch, see if those skills that Wildturtle has can translate into the jungle. And some other pretty big names here, Captain Ziploc playing on Morgana, who was a member of Cognitive Gaming back in those qualifiers for the spring promotion tournament for the LCS. And also we have Pobelter playing Yasuo. I believe he's going to be in the mid lane there. And it should be a fascinating thing to watch. Pobelter is, of course, the mid laner for Evil Geniuses, and it looks like we have a little bit of an engagement down here in the mid lane, just a little bit into that jungle. And as I was just saying previously, Pobelter is now part of the new Evil Geniuses, of course. The Evil Geniuses, that was kind of the original team with Froggen and Crepo and Wicked and all them. It's kind of split up. People just kind of going their own separate ways. And two new teams, the new Evil Geniuses as well as Alliance, have been formed. So going to be a very, very cool LCS season to be watching. But enough about that, getting into this game. Seeing Wildturtle being on a jungler, I am so confused, but I'm really looking forward to seeing if he can like land the appropriate skill shots that he needs to. Skill shots are so important on Lee Sin, landing those resonating strikes and getting into those team fights. But I'm also curious to see, because Lee Sin is one of those really mechanical champions that if you get the mechanics right on him, you can just do work with him. And I know that Wildturtle himself is a very mechanically strong player, so it should be interesting to see how he does on this, and whether or not he can carry his team to victory, or if his team will need to put him on their backs. And then on the other side, seeing if Pobelter and X-Special can do their job. And, you know, it's great to see X-Special in one of his, I would say one of his better champions, that Leona, being an aggressive support, but also being very, very defensive when he needs to be. Really being able to use Leona to her fullest extent of being able to help the team, provide a bit of damage, and so much more. But it looks like Captain Ziploc already taking a ton of damage from Pobelter's Yasuo. And now I can attest to this. I've been playing a lot of mid lane recently against Yasuo, and I hate facing that guy. Not only is he blocking quite a few of your ranged attacks, but just his damage and his mobility, it's damn near impossible for Morgana to hit her skill shots on him. It's going to be a very, very tricky lane for Morgana. But just kind of has to keep her head in the game. Morgana is one of the best lane farmers in the game, just being able to sit there, put down that Tormented Soil at level 3 and clear out that back line of minions. So we're just going to have to wait and see if later on in the game she'll be able to pick up that farm, get a big item kind of like a Zhonya's, and then kind of go from there. It looks like we have a bit of an engagement going down in this bot lane. The Lucian taking quite a bit of damage from the Tristana. It looks like we have a dive going in the top lane as well. The Siobhan is being taken very low. The first blood going to Wildturtle's Lee Sin. Looks like Pobelter is going to have to flash out that one. The Lee Sin going and kicking him, but it's not going to be enough. But it looks like the Mundo is now left alone here. A lot of damage coming down onto him. He is going to die, and it looks like Pobelter is going to die as well. But wow, double kill going for the Malphite, and now Malphite has double buff. Scary, scary stuff, but 2 for 2. Oh wow, that was a great little engage from X-Special, but a wonderful flay coming out of the Thresh to prevent anything from happening on that one. And now that I'm finally talking about all of these fights, I can probably go ahead and swap up these portraits so you guys can get a better representation of what is going on in this game. There we go. So yeah, quite a bit of action just in this first couple minutes of this game. We do have just a slight advantage going in favor of the purple team, but I think after those kills it was pretty darn even. It looks like there's just a bit of a minion lead for the purple team, but Tristana taking a lot of damage from both Lucian and Leona. The ignite going down onto Lucian. The last hit is going to go to the Tristana. And a great flay coming out onto X-Special, but Tristana is very low right now, not going to really go in for this one. But look what we found in the river. The Lee Sin. Wildturtle coming in to try to kill his own support, X-Special. I don't know if... oh, but a great Thresh Hook is going to land. The Resonating Strike did land as well. A lot of damage coming down. The flash coming out Tristana. I don't know if it's going to be enough. She is ticking down right now. There is going to be the kill. Yellow PD's Tristana picking that one up. It looks like Wildturtle is going to try to slow down Malphite as much as he can. But Malphite doing quite a bit of damage, is going to get Lanterned out of there. The shield going down onto Tristana, keep her alive, make sure that Malphite can't jump in on there. They might actually be able to turn this one around, but I'm not sure they're going to want to. Turtle missing his resonating strike, and it looks like Lucian is now heading back to the lane, so I don't know if they're going to want to continue on this one. It looked like a flash, but I guess it wasn't. But here comes the Lucian, already killing one of them. Thresh going down very quickly. And it looks like they're just going to run away from this one. I don't know if I saw a flash there, or I'm not entirely sure what I saw, but yeah, so one person going down there, so a 2-for-1 exchange in that bot lane. Really not the worst thing in the world, but they should have probably just gone B, knowing that Lucian was probably going to be on his way back there, but just gave him a nice, easy free kill. But as we can see, just with the minion lead and also the 2 kills in comparison to the 1 before he had come back, a double Doran's Blade build for Lucian, while Tristana is coming back with a BF sword and a Doran's Blade. So going to be a huge damage difference in this bot lane. So definitely look for Tristana and Thresh to be getting pretty damn aggressive. So I think I was just zoning in on Lee Sin there. But we did get to watch him walk back to the golems and start attacking those things, which I know everybody wanted to see. So it looks like everywhere else, Mundo's doing a pretty good job up there, 27-12. Malphite was down there for a long time in that bot lane, and it looks like Mundo's just going to try to do as much damage as he can. But it looks like Yasuo's coming in now. The Mundo is going to have to flash away from that one. And what was he doing? Why did he come back? That was such a peculiar play. I don't know what Mundo was thinking there. He had made it away from that one, and then randomly decided to like kind of backstep and do a little stutter step, and then Yasuo could just dash right to him and pick up the kill. So, well-deserved kill from Pobelter from staying in range of that one for Mundo to slip up and make a mistake like that. But, man, this ELO, you really wouldn't think you'd be seeing things like that, but hey, everybody makes mistakes, right? So it looks like we're back to kind of just the farming game here. We're pretty much at a dead even game. There's just a couple hundred gold separating these two teams. And it looks like finally we have a bit of a Morgana roam coming down here. She is not going to be walking past any wards because that blue ward is currently in the Dragon Pit. Shyvana is going to show herself. Xpecial is coming in on this one as well, but they're walking right into a counter gank here. The Shyvana going to get Dark Binding by Morgana, but it looks like Morgana's ultimate just hit Shyvana, so she's going to have to get out of this one. She's going to be taking a lot of damage. Xpecial missing his Zenith Blade, but it looks like Wildturtle's now here. He is going to dive in on that one, and the Morgana Q hitting her as well. But as we're talking about that, Yasuo is going to come in, do a lot of damage, kill that Thresh very, very quickly. It looks like the dash has not yet been used on Morgana. So it looks like the chase is going to still go on here, but Morgana is going to land her Q, that Dark Binding, and hold Pobelter in place. And it looks like the ultimate being popped by the Mundo, the Ignite going down onto the Malphite. He does not have his ultimate up yet. You know what, if he had stayed in that lane rather than going all the way down to the bot lane, he might have hit level 6 as well. Might have been able to do something more with that fight, but Mundo picking up his second kill of the game after that very interesting tower dive at like level 2, I think that was. So very cool stuff going on here. A lot of kills going back and forth. Pretty damn action-packed game, if you ask me. And just going to talk a little bit about the champion picks here. Mundo especially. Definitely one of the better top laners right now. He's getting picked very, very frequently. Provides an insane amount of tankiness. Also does an incredible amount of damage with his E and his W, but also the health damage that goes with the Q. Pretty damn good, and also being able to pop that R, his ultimate gaining his health back, and when you put that with a Spirit Visage, he is going to be healing for so much while being so tanky. Provides a ton for your team, and he started out to be quite a good laner, being able to withstand the majority of poke coming out of most champions, and when he hits level 6 can really start doing damage. He's a great tower dive buddy. And he can prevent ganks pretty easily when he lands a couple cleavers to slow down the enemy jungler. Things work pretty well for him. So if you guys haven't started playing Mundo in the top lane, I would definitely recommend it. It's a lot of fun, and he's currently a very, very good choice. But looks like we have some damage going down onto this Tristana. Xpecial is... he is going to get hooked in here. One turret shot going to hit him. An excellent play coming out as well, but some damage going down onto the Tristana. Looks like he's going to try to lantern her in, but it looks like the Zenith Blade is going to land. The ultimate coming out, but a great flash from the Thresh is going to get him out of that one. It looks like the purple team is going to escape this, but Pobelter may be getting a little bit overzealous. You're going to have to flash away from that one so that way the Resonating Strike doesn't not hit him. But it looks like we have Shyvana down in this bot lane. She does have her ultimate available. I don't know if they're going to want to go in on this one or maybe just take the turret. The ultimate is being used by her now. The flame missing, and it looks like Tristana is going to be in a pretty bad situation here. is going to escape, however, with that nice jump. And the Thresh hook landing onto the Shyvana with a couple turret hits, but it's not going to be enough. Thresh going down to the Lucian. Overall, nice play from that blue team, and I wonder if they're going to use this time to transfer to the... Nope, they are not going to go to the dragon. They're just going to simply back and use that hard-earned gold that they just received. And Morgana and Lee Sin just sitting in the mid lane, hitting down that turret after they got the flash out of Yasuo. Going to return that turret kill for a turret kill of their own, but their turret kill is in the mid lane, which arguably I would say is better than having that bot lane turret dead. So all in all, just really down one kill from that little engage, but returning with a great turret grab. And it seems as though the purple team is pinging into this dragon. Shyvana going to pop a ward over there. So they are going to know that this one's happening, but Shyvana does not have her ultimate available, nor does she have her flash. So getting in there to do a smite battle with Wildturtle is not going to be able to happen. So that's going to be a free first dragon for the purple team in Wildturtle, and it's going to even out the gold nearly identical. Well, now it is identical. Would you look at that? So yeah, just about like probably 90 gold or so. It's currently separating these two teams, so it's a very, very close game here, folks. And I must admit, I am enjoying it. And one thing that I also am liking to see is that Tristana is not normally played. Same with Morgana. They've kind of fallen out of the league to kind of, I'm not going to say more OP champions, but currently champions that perform their role a little bit better, as some of these people would say. It looks like Lee Sin coming in, landing a great resonating strike, and that's going to be an ultimate coming out of Tristana, killing the Lucian. He might have overstayed his battle, overstayed just a little bit there, and Tristana baiting that one out perfectly, taking just enough poke to allow that one to happen. X Special going to get binded up there, but Yasuo coming in for this one. It looks like there's going to be a fight in this mid lane. Yasuo is going to try chasing this Morgana, but it looks like Thresh might be in a bit of trouble here, but here comes Wildturtle, the ultimate coming out of Leona, but it's not going to really hit anybody. Shyvana going to pick that one up with her ultimate. Thresh going down once again, sitting at 0-4-2. The lucky thing about him dying now, though, is that he is not really worth a whole lot of gold, so he can kind of sacrifice himself now and not really have to worry about it all that much. It looks like the ultimate was popped. Oh, it looks like Wildturtle's being dove on here. A lot of damage going down onto Pole Belter and X Special, but the Ignite going down onto Wildturtle. Pole Belter's now going to try to chase this one. An excellent Q coming out and going to pick up that kill fairly easily. And Wildturtle suffering his second death of this game, and it looks like Yellow PD on Tristana is going to go down here. His rocket jump is not yet available, having to flash away, and is still not going to get away from that one. Man, that's just really unfortunate. But look at the Morgana coming in. Going to land a great ultimate. There's going to be the kill onto the Yasuo. The flash coming out of X Special, though, even failing the flash over the wall, but a flash just enough. A couple inches got him away from that dark binding, which would have sealed his fate. But it looks like we have the Mundo coming around the other side, and that's going to be a nice, easy kill. I wonder who they're going to give this to. It's going to go to the Mundo. They really want that Mundo to be very strong, very tanky for the late game, because he is such a powerful champion. But as I'm talking about that, the mid lane turret goes down to, it looks like just minions. It looks like the Shyvana might have been there just to provide a little bit more damage. And while I'm talking about that too, Shyvana is now in this blue side, in the purple side, trying to steal the blue buff. But Thresh with a great box, locking everybody in here. The Lucian taking a lot of damage. The culling coming out, but it's currently not going to be enough. A great resonating strike from Lee Sin is going to pick up Lucian. But then Malphite teleporting in onto Wildturtle. He gets his flash off, and the Flay coming out as well. Currently he is alive, does a ward jump over to the ward in the lane. But it looks like Shyvana is going to try to chase down this one. Her ultimate is coming out. A great kick, so jumping in right to a kick to the face. But it looks like Thresh is going to go down here. The shield's coming out for the Thresh to try to keep him alive. But Pole Belter is now here as well. Captain Ziploc is trying to do his best to provide as much damage as he can, but he does not have his ultimate available yet. There's a double kill for the Yasuo, and Mundo is now doing his best to try to 1v1, but no, the Lee Sin is going to come in here to pick up the Yasuo. X Special does not have his flash available right now, and it currently is just him. But a lot of damage coming down onto the Lee Sin, and oh, the shield coming out of Lee Sin is going to be enough to keep him alive, and Tristana is going to come in with an excellent rocket jump to pick up that X Special's Leona. And wow, so we did have a bit of a turn in that fight going towards the blue team. I believe that was actually 5 people. Shyvana did die, Lucian did die. I think there was 5 people for what? Thresh, I don't know if Tristana died. I don't know exactly who all died there, but man, it was definitely a fight in favor of the purple team, but it was a hard-earned victory there, and Wildturtle just showing what he can do on Lee Sin. Some of the most clutch shields I've ever seen, and being able to still ward jump and land those resonating strikes. He's doing a great job landing those skill shots and really providing a lot of utility to his team, but still probably one of the funnier things I've seen, that Shyvana using her ultimate and then just immediately getting drop kicked in the face by Wildturtle. Xpecial and Yasuo now just pushing up that mid lane while Morgana and Thresh sit there idly. Wildturtle now here to try to support the Mundo. Don't know if Malphite's going to actually fall for this, but he might. He might. Shyvana now being caught in the jungle a little bit. She is going to have her ultimate available very, very quickly. Now it is up, so going to be able to get away from that one. But it looks like Malphite did kind of fall for the bait a little bit. The ultimate going to have to be used just to escape this one. So definitely a very worth it play for the Mundo and the Lee Sin to burn that Malphite ultimate and provide some more lane pressure for the Mundo, who's currently sitting at 100 CS to 73, doing a great job. But Tristana now in a very bad position. There you go. There's the ultimate from Yasuo, and it looks like the Lucian is going to secure that kill with that last hit. And Tristana not really having the best of times with these roams. They are spending a lot of time going to this bot lane and making Tristana's life just a living hell. So Full Belter and Lucian are just going to sit here and poke down this turret. Probably going to have enough to take this one down. The Mundo is now teleporting into the... oh no, it was actually the Morgana. She has teleported in just behind these guys. It's currently a 4v5 it will be when Tristana gets back here. So a 4v4 to start. Morgana does not have her flash available, but her ultimate is. She's going to get the ultimate onto 4 people. Yasuo is going to go down very quick, but also Morgana is going down very, very quickly. Looks like the Thresh is going to land a hook onto Xpecial, but a lot of damage going down from this Mundo onto the Lucian. He's just running through all these guys, not really with a care in the world. Xpecial is going to go down to Lee Sin. It looks like the Shyvana is going to get taken down by the Thresh. And the Lucian being picked up by Mundo, but Malphite is just sitting up there in that top lane. And he is going to be able to take down that turret. So, you know, one of those things. But it looks like the Dragon Timer is perfectly in time with that fight. So the purple team is going to enjoy a nice free dragon out of this one. Thresh being good guy, Lantern Boy, and sending Tristana into this fight to help out his team. And there's going to be a free dragon for the purple team, 29k to 30.4k, just about a 1.5k lead in favor of this purple team. And the one thing we have got to point out here, which is the scariest part, is how fed Mundo is currently getting. We're sitting with a 6-2 and 6 Mundo with 117 CS. That is just going to get harder and harder to deal with as the game goes on. And as we could see in the last fight, he was running with Lucian and Shyvana and not really taking much damage at all, but killing both of them while he was walking with that Sunfire Cape and with his W activated. He is a very scary guy to deal with right now, and right now I think Malphite's going to have a bit of an issue trying to deal with him up in that top lane. And it looks like he's just going to stand here and take down this turret because he has the health regen. So might as well just sit here, take down that turret, take down the minions, and call it a day. So Mundo's doing a great job right now up in this top lane. But just going down the CS lines a little bit, as we already mentioned, about 129 CS to the 90. 80 CS to 103 for Shyvana, but Shyvana is a very fast jungle clear. 123 to 105, bit of a lead going for that Yasuo over top of Morgana. 115 to 104 in favor of the Lucian over Tristana. And 24 to 8, Xpecial doing a great job picking up those kills, using that shield to her advantage. Well, his advantage. I always just call people by what their champion is. But it looks like Mundo is doing a very sneaky thing here, trying to duo the Baron with Lee Sin. And currently, the blue team has no idea that this is going on right now. They're chasing down in the mid lane. It looks like Morgana is probably going to be taken out by this Yasuo. The calling coming out. Full Belter is going to pick up that kill, but while all that's going on, Lee Sin and Mundo are still just taking down this Baron. I don't know if they're probably going to be able to take it. There's the smite coming out. There's the Baron, but they're going to be losing a turret, possibly 2 turrets. I think this will most definitely be 2 turrets, so I really don't know if this is necessarily worth it. Well, purple team taking down a turret as well. Tristana standing down in that bot lane to take that one. But it looks like the inhibitor might be going down here. Tristana is now back. and Mundo is going to try to land as many Qs as he can, but Malphite taking a lot of damage to Shyvana, ultimate coming in on as well, but the inhibitor has gone down. Shyvana taking a ton of damage, Wildturtle having to get out of that one a little bit. The ultimate coming out from Morgana, not really going to land on many people, just Xpecial. Shyvana going down, Lucian going down, now Xpecial going down. Tristana's chasing Pole Belter, but he is pretty low himself, so he's going to kind of run away from this one. So overall, you know, it's going to provide a lot of lane pressure, getting that inhibitor down. I don't know necessarily if the Baron was worth it, but they got 4 kills out of that and should hopefully be able to push down the second tier turret of this purple team. Not entirely sure if it's going to happen, but it looks like Yasuo is in a precarious situation as Wildturtle is coming in. Does not land the resonating strike, though. That is so unfortunate. The ward jump not quite happening yet. Turtle taking a lot of damage. The resonating strike once again not landing, but Mundo coming in, using his ultimate, landing the cleaver, and that's going to be a kill. So that was actually 5 kills that occurred after that Baron, and it looks like they're doing quite a bit of damage against that second tier turret, taking it down to half HP, and the Flay coming out onto the Malphite, having him to force his flash. So, you know, this Baron buff is allowing for a lot of pressure to come out of this purple team. Mundo taking quite a bit of damage here. His ultimate is about halfway to being up. Shyvana taking a ton of damage, and these are the tanky members of this blue team. Yi Lee Sin now coming in, kicking Xpecial back. There's going to be the kill. Wildturtle is now unstoppable, 6-2 and 12. And it looks like they are going to get that turret. So there's a second tier turret going down. That Baron actually turns out to be quite a smart idea. Even though they lost their inhibitor in 2 turrets, they are doing work with this Baron buff, picking up a ton of kills, doing a lot of damage to this now inhibitor turret. After taking down the second tier turret, they're probably going to get a free inhibitor off of this simply because Shyvana went up into the top lane, and they currently cannot contest against this Baron buff team at 21 minutes into the game. So there's a return inhibitor. So now we're sitting at 35.6k to 42.5k. We're now looking at a complete, not like a turn, but from it being so kind of like desperate at the beginning of them, the purple team losing their inhibitor in 2 turrets, to them picking up 5 kills in the end and 2 turrets and an inhibitor of their own. That Baron buff really paid off. Boy, I'm excited to see where this game is going to go. So it looks like they're still not leaving yet. That Baron buff regeneration is keeping them alive for so long and allowing them to sustain through that poke that now they're providing a bit of pressure onto this second tier turret in the bot lane. Tristana with her incredibly long range, sitting even only at level 12, but still that range is pretty unmatched. Especially on the blue team right now. Gonna just sit there and poke down that turret, already taking it to about 3/4 of the HP. They do have to be a little bit wary though. Morgana is B. She is heading down now, but if the blue team choose to engage, this is a 4v5 fight without Morgana, which is their main initiator. Xpecial taking a lot of damage. Mundo having to pop his. He's not popped his ultimate yet, just trying to do as much damage as he can. The ultimate going down. Double kill going for Yasuo, picking up Tristana and the Thresh. This is exactly what I was worried about, but the teleport coming out of Morgana to get her into this fight a little bit more. Her flash is not available. She needs to get in there and use her ultimate, try to save some people. There's going to be the ultimate hitting down onto Shyvana, but it's not even going to get the secondary proc off of that one. The Xpecial is now coming from the other side. Captain Ziplocks Morgana is probably going to be taken down. Here's going to get the last hit. It's going to be Yasuo. Now it looks like, oh, is he's going to get away? I don't know if Mundo is going to get away from this one. He is running quite fast. He does have quite a bit of movement speed, and it looks like with that cleaver, he will be able to survive that one. While Wildturtle is currently just kind of like sitting over here looking to steal the dragon, I believe. They do have vision of this one. Be curious to see. His smite is available. And it looks like he's going to bring Xpecial over the edge. Lucian is going to join them as well. Currently, Shyvana is running around as well, but Malphite and Yasuo are coming in now. Oh, the kick going to land onto Yasuo, going to pick up a big Wildturtle up a free kill. And I don't know how exactly he's going to escape this one. The flash coming up, but he's going to be flashing right into the turret, so definitely not going to survive that one. The Q landing onto Lucian, and the ultimate coming out of Dr. Mundo. He's not going to have enough to pick this one up, but he is currently running with his ultimate, trying to do as much damage as he can, but also trying to survive the onslaught that's coming out of this blue team. Surviving for an incredibly long time, but there's finally going to be the shutdown onto Mundo, going to the Lucian, which is definitely not the person you wanted to have pick up that shutdown bonus. But with all that being said, we're still sitting at about almost 3 and a bit K gold lead for the purple team. and Baron is going to be coming up in a minute 30. We shall need to see if that becomes a point of contestation for these two teams. But seeing some pretty big items coming out here. Captain Ziplock's Morgana, of course, picking up that very early Zhonya's Hourglass. Nearly critical for that Morgana build, just to be able to get in there, pop her ultimate, and not die horrifically, so that way she can get both procs of her ultimate off onto the team, which just provides so much more damage. We're also seeing the Infinity Edge and Phantom Dancer coming out for Tristana, really applying those crits and trying to get as much crit chance as she can to really take down some of the tankier people like Shyvana and like Malphite, who are going to be right up in on her nuts. Well, on his nuts. But the Trinity Force and the Bloodthirst are being finished for Lucian. The crits coming out from Tristana, trying to do as much damage as she can, taking Shyvana down to about half HP with the help of a Morgana binding and that Tormented Soil. And I wonder if the purple team is going to try to make something out of this one. Xpecial getting in there, landing a great Zenith Blade. The ultimate coming down as well, locking Morgana down for so long, and Morgana's going to take him down so quickly. Oh my god, she actually, well, she nearly escaped with a Thresh Lance in there, getting her first proc of her ultimate off, but Thresh being taken down as well. Mundo now running for his life, and Lee Sin was not really even there for the entirety of that fight, just coming in now. So it was definitely a misplay by the purple team, getting engaged on by a great Zenith Blade coming out of Xpecial, followed by a fantastic ultimate and a culling. And it looks like this is just going to be a free inhibitor for this blue team, and now Baron is live. But as I'm talking about all that, look where Wildturtle is. He's just backdooring this turret, sorry, this inhibitor. And he's probably going to be able to get it too, because it's only Xpecial who's alive. There's going to be the inhibitor returned by Wildturtle, just going to even out those two lanes. This is just an insane game. I have no idea what's going on anymore. It's just so back and forth. And they've really done a great job. It's now only about a 2k gold lead in favor of this purple team. And the Baron is now up and available, but now all 5 members of both teams are alive. And there's 2 inhibitors down. One for the purple team, one for the blue team. Because Wildturtle just went down and BD'd that thing while nearly all 4 of them were up there killing the purple team's inhibitor. So gotta like that call and response, but currently we do have a blue buff available from the blue team side, and Tristan is going to pick this one up, so stealing a blue buff away, definitely important. Not overly important for a Yasuo in the mid lane, but still pretty important that somebody like the Lucian is going to be spamming those abilities, somebody like the Malphite to get more of the unstoppable forces out in a smaller period of time. A whole bunch of things that could happen from that currently now cannot happen because Tristana has stolen that buff away. But it looks like we have the Malphite fighting the Lee Sin down in the spot lane, but the difference between the two is that Malphite has a teleport while Lee Sin does not. So Lee Sin's going to back away from this one, probably use his hard-earned gold to try to pick himself up some sort of items here. And we seem to have a bit of a split for this purple team. Everybody's now running down to kind of congregate in the middle. Xpecial is going to currently be going back to base. Mundo just kind of poking the Shyvana a little bit with his briefcases. And Yasuo is in the mid lane, Lucian's in the mid lane, Shyvana's in the mid lane, but Xpecial is currently nowhere to be found. Yasuo putting up his wind wall, stopping those briefcases from coming in and slowing down everybody, which could have very well led to a kill if Mundo got that hit. And Lee Sin now coming in to try to do some damage to the Malphite, doing quite a bit of damage actually with that Trinity Force Lee Sin build. Going to force Malphite back a little bit here, not going to land that secondary resonating strike. And now we have Shyvana caught a bit out. A great hook landing out of Thresh, keeping Shyvana in this for a lot longer. Shyvana going down to the Thresh. The Unstoppable Force coming in, doing a lot of damage alongside the culling. Lee Sin is going to pick up the Malphite. Mundo very, very low. Morgana landing another great Q. Killing, Tristana killing the Lucian. And it looks like Tristana is going to flash over that wall, pick up Xpecial's Leona. And this, I don't know if this could be game. This could very well be game. I'm not entirely sure if it will, because Mundo does not currently have his ultimate available, but this could be some pretty big damage on the blue team's side. So it looks like they're just going to take that one turret and back on out of there. This is a very precarious spot to be in, though, because now with the blue team, their timer's nearly done, and they're going to be heading back now. Baron buff is currently available. Well, Baron is available, not the buff, but yeah, getting the buff is currently available. And Mundo is very low, Morgana is very low, and Tristana is now just life-stealing her life back up. And so I don't know if the blue team is going to try to rush in for this Baron, but currently we already have Wildturtle coming down. Mundo's now heading back down. Morgana's heading back down with Thresh. So if they do decide to go for this Baron, I don't think that they're going to have enough time because they're currently, well, it looks like they are running towards it. Maybe they're going to try to bait out a Baron. Not entirely sure what's going to happen, folks, but the suspense is killing me. Lee Sin just helping Tristana pick up that red buff. Definitely crucial in these later stages of the game, especially with people who are going to be chasing after Tristana because she's currently doing a monstrous amount of damage. But once again, we have the issue of Mundo, who's 8-3 and 15. And I believe Xpecial is holding on to that Ignite if they can catch that Mundo out a little bit. Because Ignite is currently the only thing that's going to be able to kill Mundo, being able to prevent that healing. Because with that Spirit Visage and the armor that he has and the magic resist he has coming out of that Randuin's Omen, Spirit Visage, random chain vest, well, chainmail or chain vest, and the Sunfire Cape with the Ninja Tabi, like, he is so damn tanky that they're going to need everything to take him down, but it's going to only be if they can catch him out or burst him down to the point where he needs to pop his ultimate and they can use that Ignite efficiently. But they do only have the one Ignite up, so they're not really going to, they're going to have to be using it very, very wisely. And even with the gold lead in favor of that purple team, they're currently being pushed back into their base a little bit. The calling coming out of Lucian, not really landing much of anything, but currently Captain Ziploc is a little bit split from her team, does not have her flash available. The Shyvana ultimate not going over top of the inhibitor, the ultimate coming out of Morgana, landing on both Malphite and Shyvana, the two tankiest members of the team. Killing spree going for Shyvana. Looks like the Lucian trying to do as much damage to Tristana as they can, but it looks like the blue team is actually doing pretty well here, trying to take down the Mundo as well. But it looks like Mundo is going to be able to kill the Shyvana here. The double kill coming out for him. The Q landing onto Xpecial. There's going to be another kill going down. Tristana picking that one up, and there's the ace. 5 for 4 in favor of the purple team, and now they're going to rush down into the base of the blue team. I don't know if they're going to go for the win here or if they're going to go for a Baron or just the inhibitors, or because, you know, by the time you get down there, Yasuo will be a second from being up. So yeah, it looks like they are changing their tactics a little bit here. Mundo looking like he's going to go for that inhibitor, though. Does not like seeing that thing up. But Lucian is going to be up in 3 seconds. Yasuo is already up. Mundo's not going to have enough to take that one down by himself. So it looks like the purple team is just going to take down that Baron, get that buff for the team, go back, use that hard-earned money, and then do a nice solid push to try to take this one for the purple team. 63.6k to 54.4k in favor of the purple team, 34 to 26 in kills, only 32 minutes into this game. It has been an action-packed game. And it's always kind of refreshing, I find, to see some not overly played champions doing very well. Not really Morgana, not having the greatest time, but Tristana is actually doing quite well. 238 CS to 165 in comparison to her lane counterpart Lucian, who is played very, very frequently as one of the better ADCs currently in the league. But we have some tankiness, like real tankiness, coming out of Leona and Thresh. And it's one of those things where I think the main issue right now on the blue team side is that they are lacking damage. That you have people like Malphite, like Shyvana, and Leona, who are all very, very tanky and providing a bit of damage, but none of them really do a lot of damage. But Mundo does quite a bit of damage sitting there in between everybody. Lee Sin is doing a ton of damage. Morgana's doing quite a bit of damage, even though she was shut down pretty hard. Tristana is doing a ton of damage, and you're really relying on Mundo and Thresh to be those hefty tanks in the line. And there we go. There's the bot lane second tier turret going down, and Wildturtle just showing how fast he can click W. And once again, landing those resonating strikes really, really well, I have to say. He's playing quite a formidable Lee Sin in the jungle, 9-4 and 15. Very exciting to see that his skills can translate to other roles.
So the siege has now begun on this inhibitor turret. The engage coming out of X Special. Morgana is going to take that Thresh Lantern away. The Thresh Express, a great Malphite ultimate landing into Pole Belter's ultimate. Going to kill the Morgana before she even gets her ultimate off. But the damage coming down onto Pole Belter, it is going to pop his GA. Mundo is just in there taking so much damage but still surviving. And he is going to pick up a kill onto the Lucian. X Special is now the second to only member alive, but now it's only the Malphite who did manage to make it back into the base. Tristan is going to be taken down by the turret shots. X Special picking up that kill. And it looks like the Malphite is probably going to be going down as well. The amount of slows coming out of all three of these members and the displacements and things like that. There's going to be the ace. 5 kills there. The turrets are now going down. The inhibitor is being taken down. They have 20 seconds until Lucian is back up. I'm not entirely sure if they're going to be able to end this game right now with the amount of time that's currently... Well, they do only have 1 turret to get through. So it looks like here goes the final turret on that Nexus. And yeah, that's definitely going to be GG. Unfortunate to see that it ended well, not that it ended that way, but I didn't want the game to end quite yet. I wanted there to be another Baron fight going on, but great game played by Wildturtle's Lee Sin. It was very fun to see him play a different role and to really kind of own in it. And also the Mundo, incredible game, 12-3 and 21. X Special had some great engages, and Pole Belter showed us a pretty damn good Yasuo as well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that game, and I will see you guys next time.